Your foresight and planning have extended Rome's reach into bold new territory. You have brought the marvels of Roman industry to even the most barbaric land. Through wisdom and diplomacy, your people enjoy bountiful harvests, luxurious fineries from the farthest reaches of the world. Romans across the empire lead more comfortable and peaceful lives thanks to your just and attentive rule. Honor Rome and its people with the most extravagant games and the finest culture. Of course, some of the provinces of the empire had to be quelled by force of arms. You have brought Rome to the world, and the world to Rome.
Hello and welcome to Caesar 4. I've been playing this game for many years and still enjoying it after, almost 20 years of playing this game. It's one of my favorites. It came out in the early 2000s, 2006, something like that, and I found it a little bit later. I'm recording this in May of 2024, and I hope you enjoy it. I've learned many tricks, and I hope the audio is good and everything. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start with I'm going to skip the tutorial since it's very difficult. So what I'm going to do is start a game here. There we are. We're not going to do the kingdom because that's the tutorial. We're going to start right here with the Republic. James Antonius. Okay. And now we have the choice, as you see, between Medillianum, pacify the local Gauls. It's a military mission. Or you have Syracusae, which is a very easy economic mission. Let's start with Syracusae. We'll go economic, and then we'll go again. We'll do the military campaigns as well, and we'll try to do either a playthrough. Not sure how this is going to go. Never did this before. It seems to be working, so let's get a start here.
Rome's veteran legions and growing navy have brought us victory over Carthage, our puny southern foe.
Well, this is not easy to hear, but you can read it. Rome's veteran legions and growing navy have brought us victory over Carthage, our puny southern foe. A bit of a pun there. With this triumph, the islands between Italia and Africa fall into Rome's domination, or domain, I should say. Most importantly, the fertile islands and province of Sicilia is added to the Republic. Governor, you are commanded to build a thriving city and port at Syracusae on Sicilia. A small and somewhat prosperous city is required of you. Sicilia is rich in farmland, and the plebs of Rome are ever demanding food of this humble government. Put the fertile land to good use, and be ready to fulfill Rome's demands for grain. Now we have culture at 15, very easy, very low. This is the first mission, so all these metrics will be very low for a while until we get the hang of it. It gets better and bigger as the time goes on, but we got security for 10. Prosperity is 25, easily done. Favor is 40, 800 population. And population, we always exceed population. So let's begin. Then it takes a minute to load it in here. Hope it sounds good. And here we go. First thing you do, you go over here and pause it, because there's a lot of setup that you do first. Now here are the roads, and you can see it lines up here. Nice little beach here. Sicilia's an island, so we're on an island, and it's Mediterranean out there. Look at the landscapes. Isn't that beautiful? The animation in this game is I think is beautiful. It's very cartoonish, very much like my art. Very cartoonish and yet charming. And of course, these are early days, but this game was way ahead of its time. This is a small insula. This is where you start to build your city. We got to decide where the city should go. These darker patches with the little white flowers are your farmland. And what you do is you set up a place to have your city, and you build your farms. And we'll see how this all goes. Very simple. Got 10 grand because I think we're on easy, and just to kind of give us a playthrough. Not sure how it's going to go. This is your screen where you have everything you need. Roads. These are your 3 different houses. Your working class, your middle class, and your upper class. We won't be dealing with upper class for a while. Here's your eraser. Here's your farms, your industries, your shops. This is medicine and hygiene. This is your gods and goddesses. Schools, entertainment, water, government buildings, improvements, decorations, and military. This is your advisors. Here they are. I've put them on mute because they're really annoying, so they're on mute. But this is your chief. He sort of gives you the lowdown. Your labor statistics. We don't have anybody yet. Finance. This is dealing with Caesar. You can send him gifts. You can donate to the city. You get a salary. That comes in handy. Here's your ratings. These are the goals. We got a 15 culture, 10 security, 25. They're very, very minimal. 800 people. Resources. These are all your resources. Grain, vegetables, meat, olives, grapes, wool, clothing, olive oil, pottery, furniture, wine, cosmetics, and perfume. These are basic goods that go for your working class, these 3. And these are your luxury goods that go to your middle class. And these are your exotic goods for your upper class. That's how you make the houses evolve. And they will evolve and give you higher stats as they evolve. So all the different things: religion, health, education, entertainment, legion. We'll get all to all those as we go in game. Okay, we're on pause so we can figure out what we want to do. Like I said, it's pretty easy. Looks like this is a good place. We need some areas for our imports, and that's this screen here. This is your empire map. Now here's our city on Syracusae, on Sicily, the island off the coast of Italy. And we have Apulia. It's a Roman city. They want clothing, and they'll send us some pottery if we ask for it. Here's Latium. They want 100 wool and 100 grain, as they said they're going to need grain. 25 furniture. Ascendi doesn't want anything, so that's not a very useful for imports. It's not going to help our economy. So wool, and here's some more clothing. So we got clothing there. They send exotic goods, which we probably won't need to import because the stats are low. We'll be able to get them without having to make an upper class. And that's how we roll. So Apulia wants 30 clothes. He wants 30 clothes. Latium wants wool. That's all to do with sheep and clothing factories, so we'll be able to do that. There isn't any need for military, so we won't be worrying too much about that, although it can surprise you in this game when they say you don't need military, and then you end up needing it anyway. But anyway, let's start off with some houses. No people have moved in yet because we're on pause, but I like to do the three blocks. Everybody's got their own style. I enjoy watching videos on YouTube of Gamer Zach and other people playing the game. Everybody has their own style. This is a housing block I picked up from Benjamin Magnus, I think his name is, on YouTube. Gamer Zach is the best. That guy plays this game so well that he often finishes it before they even have much of a challenge because he's so good at it. I'm not that good. I like to play it. You know, I'm not trying to win right away. I'm just trying to play the game because I enjoy it. And I enjoy it very much because it's like fulfills the history buff's dream of walking in a Roman city. And you'll see what I mean about that. Now I'll put in some middle class houses here. I'll put in 4, although that might be a bit of overkill, but I like to make... Romans are into squares and blocks, so I like to make blocks, so we'll block this up. That's plenty for now, and that's a good place to build a city. We'll put all the things we need to put in here. We'll make a little extension here. And this will be for our shops. We'll go over here and we'll get a food market. There you go. And with food, you're going to need a granary, so here's granary. And we'll put the granary right here closer to the farmland, right next to the thing, and right next to the food market. Then we'll move this around, bring this up. There's the beginnings of our food. We got to have farms. We're encroaching on the farmland, but shit, we got plenty of farmland. So let's see here. We'll put in a grain farm. And I like to point the farms toward the field. The guy comes out and walks. There's little gates, as you can see. There's a little gate there. Oops, sorry. There's a little gate right there. That's where the guy is going to come out. So, and a lot of people don't bother. You don't really have to orient it toward the fields, but I like to. That way the gate is on the side and they're facing the field. So that's 2 grain fields. And it's lovely. You get these lovely little fields here. Oh, there's 1, 2. Each farm will service 2 fields. I guess that's the equation for everything. Everything's 1 farm to 2 fields. So we got 2 farms. That's 4 fields. You want a vegetable farm. We'll just have 1 to start us off. And you can add more as you go when your people need it. But let's get some vegetable fields. Now, this is just for the city to feed the people, because if you don't feed them, they get pretty mean. So we'll do that. But now we're going to need extra grain. So I think I might, since this mission is all about sending grain, we're going to turn this around, put in an added grain field. It's a little overkill, but Caesar is going to be asking for it. We're going to be exporting it to Latium, so we're going to do that. But what we really need for this mission is sheep pastures. Now, you don't need to build 1 million of these. We got 60 closed, so I think we're going to need 4 at least. But they also have gates. You see the fence has got a gate in the front. I like to face that toward the farms. So you'll see what I mean in a second here. The closer the better, but I think we can do that. I also like to do cattle, but we'll wait a little bit on the cattle because we only got so many employees here. Can we fit a road right here? No, of course not. Okay, but we can extend this road. Got plenty of money. We're on easy settings, so plenty of money. I'll extend this road. I hope you can hear me. I hope this is recording okay. We're 13 minutes in. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll check it and see how what we can do. So like I said, this is my first time ever recording, so bear with me. We'll see how it goes. Even if I end up losing a game, I think I might show it anyway, because, you know, it's kind of a pain when you see these guys and they play and they always get it perfect. You know, it's like a pain, you know. But okay, we're going to need... I do a certain plaza formation. First of all, you got to have Jupiter or he'll send this lightning bolts to burn down your town. So there's that. I like to get Mars. Mars helps you to make weapons if you need to. It's a little unnecessary on this economic mission, and I like Mercury, the 3 big ones. Mercury, Jupiter helps with criminals. Mars gives you weapons, helps with building weapons and military blessings, and Mercury gives you money. So that's all good. Also, the tax office, this guy fits right in there perfectly. Makes a nice square, right? And the tax office, of course, goes to your stores at first, to your shops, and they get tax money, sales tax. And then later on, when you build the upper class, they'll also tax the wealthy. So that's good for that. It's also good to put them in with the gods. It was a Roman kind of thing to do. They didn't exactly have separation of church and state. So we got a food market. We've got this. We're going to build clothing. So we got that going. So we will need a basic goods market, but we can wait for that. We don't have to put that in right away. We will need a clinic to get the health up and running. So we'll put a clinic in here. I like to put it right here. Kind of fits. That, and then you can put in your prefect office right here, and then you can put in your engineering. This is my city plan that I worked out over the years that works for me. Everybody does it a little differently. So we'll go around here. Another nice little block. Whoa, go out. Whoa. Getting a little crazy. There we go. And we'll square it off like that. Okay, so that's the beginning. What else do you need? Well, you gotta have water, lads. It's not gonna go well if you don't have water. The people will not be happy. And there is a nice little place to put the reservoir, which is right here. Right here. I like it, putting it right next to here. And again, so that make sure it gets all those. You got overlays up here. Go up here. Here's normal. Here's water. You see you got yourself a little square there. Goes out to sea, but we don't need that many people. We got water all the way up to here, so we can put people in any place where it's blue here. And you can check and see if that's a good placement, which it looks good. The pump house can go right there. You don't have to go far for the pump house. And you want to keep it away from, give yourself space to put stuff next to your houses, so you don't need to put the pump house there. Little aqueduct. Romans were big on aqueduct, but put it right in there. Didn't line up exactly, but that's good enough. There we go. Is that in there? Look at that. You see, sometimes you got to be careful because they are tricky little buggers. That's not quite connected there, is it? Oh, no, it is. Okay. Okay. See, I'm kind of human here. I'm not Mr. Perfect. Don't expect me to be, and I don't want to hear about it. So, there's the start. We got everything we need. We got food, we got water, we got religion, we've got health, and that's a good start. We don't have bathhouses and theaters and everything like that. We'll get there. But as we go back to our screen here and check our screen with the stats, the ratings, you don't really need that much culture. You're not going to need theaters. Maybe just an Odeum will get you there. That's the beginning of the culture thing. We got one security already. We got favor's going to go up and down with prosperity 25. Prosperity, every time your houses evolve, you get points in prosperity. So that's how you create that. And we'll show you how to create evolution here in a minute once we get the close up and running. But I think that we'll give it a shot. One thing we do need, actually, before we give it a shot and turn it on and get it going, get the people coming in, is we need a fountain. And I enjoy watching this work here as they come in. They're going to come in from up here, and this is the Kingdom Road, as they call it. That's where the people come from. But first, I got to turn it on. So let me turn it on to medium speed. We'll see the people up here. There they are. The middle class come first because they got carts. They travel a little faster. Here they come. They'll come in, and the first thing they'll do is they'll come and look for water. Okay, we got water in the reservoir. These middle-class people coming in will get this fountain going. There's the fountain. Beautiful music. I love the theme they play. After a few hours of playing, it gets on me, so I sometimes shut it off, but I like listening to it. Also, if you're doing a military campaign, the music changes to let you know the military is needed, so that's kind of a nice cue. See how they're getting water? That's the first thing they do, is they come and they get water, and see? They take it back. Makes them happy to have water. Here they come. As soon as they move in, the first thing they do, The little blue guys are the working class, and the nice pink robed people are the middle class. You see, they're going to the dominus, the houses. These are insulates, which is the lower class. Islands, insulates. All right, well, we still got, the basics here. We still got $7,000, plenty to open up a trade route, which we ought to do soon. But let's get this wool going first. So we're going to take in this game, it's very important to have plenty of the warehouses to store stuff. What we're going to store here is just, saw a guy do this. I didn't do this, but I like this. A little bit of wool, and then the rest clothing. And we start getting clothing in here when we do the factories. But we're not going to do that until this wool shows up in here. It'll show up, then we'll know we can begin to build the factories. 5,000 citizens, everybody's doing good. They're going to get hungry, and they'll come looking for food, and they might even get a little bit angry. You can see them sometimes. They walk around yelling and screaming. I hope it doesn't happen, because it means you're not really doing it. But it takes a while for the food to come in. But we're going to go here. You can get orders for this. You can go grain, vegetables. We don't have any meat, so we'll just put that on 0. But we'll get meat later, maybe. We might not need it. We do need grain, though. We need plenty of grain to sell to Latvium. Also, we're going to need plenty of wool. So what I might do, since we do sell wool, instead I'll put 2 warehouses down. I'll set this one to wool. That one will fill up with wool, because we do sell wool. And now we don't need wool here. We'll just take that off and keep it just for clothes. We won't get any clothes till we make factories, but we will. We'll get there. Epidemic outbreak. There's no bathhouse, so this guy is right next to the clinic. But anyway, he's sick. This guy's sick. They'll get over it. Then we'll give him a bathhouse eventually. I'll make him happy. I mean, we could give him a bathhouse now just to show you the building. It's really cool. The bathhouse really reaches, but I don't want to put it there because I want some room for ports. So, again, see these little white stairs? You can go that way. There's also white stairs on this side. You can go either way. But these little white stairs are important. This little bench here shows the front of these insulates, so I like to have them face the road. You don't have to, but I do. It makes it look a little more realistic. Like I said, I want to walk around the city. So there is one neat function. I don't ever see anybody online showing you this function, but I like it. You can click on this guy right here, right? If I click on this guy, it's going to show me a guy pushing a cart. And what's he doing? He works at the store. He's going to the farms, and later on to the granary. When there's food in the granary, he'll go there first. But until then, he goes directly to the farms, takes this. This guy's a granary worker. But this guy works for the city. He goes to the farm, he gets the grain. The granary worker is putting food in the granary, and they'll eventually go there. But whenever you put down any building, a person comes out. I put down the prefecture. There's a cop. He looks like Superman. I put down houses. These guys come out. I put down this. These little cart guys come out. So every building you put down, I put down these farms. These guys come out and work the farms. Here they are. See? And the farm will slowly come up as he works. So cute. I love it. It's just fun, you know? Like I said, it gives the history buff a sense that you're in a Roman city. Of course, it's very animated. And look at the grain. It comes up each time he rows. It comes up a little bit. And you'll see eventually he'll turn into a guy with a cart, with a muffin of grain, and he'll bring it to the farm. And then that gives the farm guy, is it the greatest animation in the world? No. This is an early retro game from the early 2000s. Nowadays, you have it so realistic. And I love it. You know, I play modern games too, especially Civ 6. Maybe I'll do a recording of that. This is just the beginning, so we'll go a little bit longer here. See, there he goes. Troops going back. Not sure about that. What's going on there? I don't know. They switch a route. I don't know. I don't know why he's going back like that. He's supposed to turn into a cart. We'll see. Well, what's going on there? Never seen that before. They're working away. They got plenty of guys. Such lovely music. Well, not quite sure. They're supposed to turn into... This guy should turn into a cart with a muffin. We'll see. Oh, he's tired. He's tired. Huh. I don't know why they're going back without taking muffins with them. See this guy? That's what you're looking for. He's harvested his field, brings the muffin in, and it goes here to the farm to feed everybody. And you can even look at stats. This guy's got 44 food. Just to start, it's got 304 food. So they're doing good. They got food. They're happy. So that's good. Coming up on a half an hour in here. And I'm not sure how long these videos ought to be. This shouldn't take that long. Now, a very important screen here is the labor screen. We got 249 unemployed plebs or working class plebs. We need to give them some jobs. We got 4 unemployed here, so we're doing good there because we haven't asked much of these guys yet. They're doing the shops. They run the shops. Here's your wages. Here's your... You can prioritize. I don't usually do that. But we'll see. We'll get it going here. Now, we got unemployment in the plebs, and they run the factories. So, even though we don't quite have it yet, we're going to get... It takes a while to shear the sheep. See, the sheep, they're growing, but they're not done yet. They got to grow. Takes time. You know, that's a lovely thing. Here's the first order of grain that Caesar wants. I got a year to give it to him. So that's cool. He only wants 10. That shouldn't be too bad. But what you have to do is one thing you can do. And this is just so I can show you a trick, right? We'll go here, get another granary. We'll stick it in. And now this one will just be for vegetables. Get the orders here, not Flavian. This will be for vegetables. And this one we'll dedicate to grain. Okay. Maybe put in another grain farm. Got the unemployment, right? Put another grain farm. Because if you don't get those demands from Caesar, guess what? Here's your favor, the metric that you need to get to win. You have to have a certain 40, I think, is in this particular beginning. It's only 40, but you need it. And if you don't get it, you can't win. So there goes another couple of grain farms. And the other thing you can do is you go to resources. You know, I played this game for years, so I know where everything is. It's easy for me to do. I just stockpile grain. We got 7. We only need to stockpile it for a short time because people need grain to eat. They can't just eat vegetables. In fact, what I ought to do, since I got the unemployment, is show you a cattle pasture. See if we can. You can't build on those rocks, but we can put... I'm going to keep it away from the town a little bit. And put a couple of yeah, there you go. Put a couple of cattle farms. They take a little while. A 1 cattle farm is all we're going to need. But we'll do that. And then we got to open this guy up for meat. Bring the veggies down. Put the meat up. They should put all the grain in here. Nobody will take it because it's stockpiled. Actually, this farm is pretty far away from his field, so it's much better. It has a lot to do with putting it closer to the proximity of where he's going to be needed. So to get out to these fields, I'll put him here, and he'll go out to those fields. We'll stockpile. Can even speed it up a little bit. Any grain that comes in will be stockpiled. Will not be eaten. Now they got grain here in the farm. You see, he just took it. He's putting it in here. He's putting it in here. They're not going to bring it to the store because it's being stockpiled. But is that enough? You go to your Imperial screen, demands food, you got enough, you only need a little bit, so don't forget to go back to your resource screen, take it off stockpile, and people can eat it now. So that's going to be good. Now we're going fast here. We got, look at the wool. This is wool. You see, that whole thing is filled with wool, because once they get going, it takes them a while to get going, but once they get going, man, they just go. So we want clothing. Now, look at how cool this is. You see this guy? It's probably going to happen quick. Oh, I didn't get a chance to show you. So let me slow it down and put in another. I'm going to put in 4. We need them to evolve, and we need them for export. So let's actually, this is your erase button. You can just erase the last thing you did. That's a very nice function. They really thought of this game really ahead of its time and very good. I like to face them toward the road, and this will be a nice block here. Check it out. I want to take up all that room. Put in a block of clothing. They all gonna get, they're gonna goof off until they get the, hey, he's flying a kite. He's flying a kite. He's just sitting there. What's he doing? Just sitting there. He's just goofing off. They're not working. They don't have any wool. The minute they get wool, though, they'll start working. See, this cart guy's going to go out. This is slow speed. I'll speed him up a little bit. And he's going to go to this warehouse. They're going to grab it. They're going to start making clothes. They're going to put them in this warehouse. And since I'm making clothes, then I might as well begin with the first one. Not that one. Not that one. Although we'll get to him because these things are good, but we'll get to that. But let's get the clothes going. So we want to open up this one. Yes. What was that? $500. Okay, we got that one. And this one, we might as well open up this one too. So there's 2 trade routes. They both want clothing. They're both ports, which are water trade routes. So we got to go over here to the port. And we'll put in one here. And right next to it, we'll put another one. And they need a road. Put a road in. Touches both of them. All about, the road's got to touch. It's all about touchy-touchy. So we got the touchy-touchy. That allows us then to go in here. Set this for selling. We're not going to bring in any of these. We're not going to need them. We'll win before we ever need to have upper-class soldiers here. We might need some pottery, though. So we'll put that at 12. And we'll put that at 24. And then they'll go get clothes and sell them. But we also want clothes to go and bump up these guys. Because if they do, we get more employees. Let's see how we're doing with employees. We got a lot of new labor. See, we're 52 short. We're 52 short. Now, there's 2 things we could do. One, we could, of course, build more housing. But we don't have to do that. What we can also do, this is basically the game here, is we'll put this basic goods market in. And I'll show you what happens with my nice little trick here. Basic goods. Can hit that. There's nobody coming out. Why? There's no clothes yet. There's no clothes made yet. But we're getting there. They got some already put down here. Right? They got clothes here for sale. A ship will come along eventually and get those clothes. Here comes the ships. And this will make us money that we can spend on stuff. And whatever overflows, because we got 4 of them, they only need 60, and we'll supply them. We might need to put in a few more clothes, or if we make enough money, we could import pottery too. One of these imports pottery, which might be good to do. Okay, we just made some money there. See if we can get any. See, we made $200 there. Now there's clothing left over you didn't take, because it can only take so much at a time. We don't need those goods, but we could, since we got the money, if we buy pottery, we'll import pottery, and it'll take it over here. To this guy. And we can also put in a warehouse over here. I like to do this. You put in a warehouse if I can find a place to fit it. No, of course not. But you can put one in, warehouse like right here, and set it for city goods, all the goods you're going to need. And it's a short game, so I think we can just do it with one. Wine, furniture, pottery when it comes in, olive oil, and clothing. That's all we want in there. We don't want the other stuff in there. Just stuff that'll feed this market to make these guys pop up so we get the employment we need to continue on with the game. Because eventually we're going to want so much grain that we got 100 grain to sell to Latvium. We'll open up that trade route and make some big money. Let's see, we got some here. Now this guy's going to take it. He's either going to bring it to the market to sell, which I hope he'll do. Let's see if we got a guy. We got a guy. That's the guy, right? Ah, we got plenty of grain, so we'll ship it. That brings up our favorite quite a bit. And this guy is going to the market. There he goes. Past the fountain. Oh, yeah. There he is. And what? What did he do? He got clothes. Now watch. Some pleb's going to come out of his house, come looking for those clothes. There's the tax collector. He's making us a little bit of money. Doesn't make much. But here comes, you see that woman right there in the blue? She just took some clothes. Let's watch where she goes. See, this house is already bumped up, right? Because they got clothes already. So that gives us more people. Watch. Our unemployment is 101 now. So we really need these guys to bump up. And I also like to give them a little. This helps them to feel better. This gives them, what's it called, desirability. Go to a huntsman statue and put it right in the middle here in this nice little courtyard right there. That makes them feel fancy. Okay, so we did that. Spent a little money on fancifying them. I don't know if it really helps them to evolve faster or not. But we don't have a ton of clothes. We do have pottery. Now this guy's going to take that pottery and he's going to put it in here. And then it's going to make these guys bump up even more. So it's essential to win the game to have those guys bump up. So we got plenty of clothing, plenty of wool. We might as well, once we got all that wool, watch what happens when we open up this trade route. Yes. And I think we'll pass on selling grain through this trade route yet. Maybe later. But we can sell that wool. It's just sitting in the thing. So we'll slam, just like we did before, but you got to have roads or they won't let you do it. You're going to have a road here. There's a road. And we don't want these to burn, so we're not going to sell this. We're just going to sell wool. Now he'll go and get the wool. And that'll help because these guys are probably all filled up, right? See, no room. He's all filled up with wool. This farm's already filled up, so he needs a place to put the wool. So if I sell that wool, right, then his farm will then be able to put wool in the thing. That's what this guy's doing. He's going to go get that wool because there's a space for it now. And this guy will suck up a lot of wool. Watch. See, we're selling clothing. We're making enough money there to afford our import of pottery. Not real expensive, but it's expensive enough. Hey? Boom. Wool. Now we're selling wool. We're not selling grain because we want the grain to fill up. But look, that pottery caused these guys to bump up. These guys are bumping up because they're all getting two different kinds. They're getting clothing and they're getting pottery. So they're going to bump up quick. And that's what you want, because now we got 89 unemployed instead of, boy, we're going to have to make these guys bump up. Well, let's look here. What can we do? Well, we can make some wine. So they like wine. They like wine. So what do? Well, you go over here right? Find yourself grape vineyard, because you got to have grapes to make wine, and you put 2 of them in. You don't need a lot of wine, because these guys, there's not a lot. There's only 4 of them, and they're not as many as the plebs. So you need a grape farm. You put a grape farm right here. Population is growing. We got this filled with grain, so we don't worry too much about that. As a matter of fact, we could even make a little more money by selling a little bit of that grain until Caesar wants it. We might as well sell it, right? We'll just sell a little bit of it. We can afford to do that. Then we'll make more money. We don't go into debt. But this is working. Now we got this going. It takes a while for them to get up there, but just so we don't forget, we got the guys a wine factory. And I like to face them fully to the road. You can do it sideways or this way. I like to do it that way. We'll put 2 of them in because each farm feeds 2. So we got to wait for them to grow. But look, this guy's out here working in the garden here. He's working. Yeah? What's he doing? He's tying. He's tying grapevines. You don't see him yet, but give it a second. Everything's going good. We'll come back to them in a second. Let's go here. I guess we'll go an hour and then we'll take a break. We have to make these go up because we can't do any good here. We got 160. We need 164 already, so we're 4 short. But we want to put in some entertainment buildings, perhaps a school. We're going to need guys to do that. We got plenty of lower class guys for factories, but we're going to need these guys to bump up so we got enough of them. Besides, it increases our prosperity. Check the ratings. All right, population, we've just nailed that. That's easily done. 34? That's pretty good. 6 more points. Prosperity has risen to 12 because of those lower class buildings popped up. And each one that pops up, I think, gives you a point. Security is 50, so that's nailed. Culture's only 10, so we really need some culture, but we can't really do it because we don't have any middle-class people to run the theaters and Odeums and stuff. But once this gets growing, and it'll grow, it takes a while. See these guys are goofing off. He's drinking, he's drunk. Look at him, he's drunk. This guy's passed out drunk. Because they're messing up. They don't have any grapes, so they can't make wine. They're just goofing off, getting drunk. But look what's happening here. Look at these grapevines growing here. Okay, it's just like the fields, right? Little by little, they grow up. Isn't that great? They think of every little detail. It's just wonderful. I just love the animation. It's so beautiful. Look at this beautiful little town. These guys are almost all bumped up. These guys are going to start bumping up once they get a little wine. But first, they got to get grapes. You see, you'll see that they'll come in here with grapes. They put them in here, but there's nothing there because there's no grapes yet. But soon enough, they'll grow up the grapes. We're doing fine. We should be making money here. We've got some pottery in. That's good. Kind of keeping our money down a little bit, but now we're finally getting some grain down here. That's good. Now we could put a warehouse for the wool. We could put a granary down here to help facilitate bringing grain over here, but we don't really want to do that because we don't want to be too efficient with the grain because we do need to send it to Caesar. And we're also selling it to Latium, which is the Roman province of Rome. And it was important in the history of Rome to feed the masses. They often had food riots when the food went low. That's why they annexed Egypt, because Egypt was kind of a breadbasket for the Roman Empire. Cleopatra and all that. Now look at all that wool that was stuck here. It's gone. It's gone. And we don't need it, so we might as well sell it. This guy is this guy. See, you got pottery in there now. You can click on it. And look over here, you got 7 pottery, no clothing because they already ate it up. But we're almost fully, this is the highest level, 2 evolutions. These guys aren't evolving yet. One good reason is they don't have a market. They can't buy their luxury goods from that market. They need this one. Now we'll get some wine in there. When the wine is ready, we'll get wine. And I also like to then, once I make the luxury market, I take the wine and furniture off, keep these basic goods so that they'll feed him into here so he doesn't have that far to go. He doesn't have to go all the way to the factories after a while. And we'll put a warehouse up here for wine. If we can fit one. Yes. Okay, then they want 25 grain. We got 51. We shipped it. We still got grain for the people. We didn't have to stockpile it, right? Because we got enough. And that, when you immediately send stuff to Caesar, that does it. Now, we can also make furniture. We got some... we can't make furniture. We don't have any trees. So we can't make furniture, but we can import timber probably from somewhere. And we'll have plenty of money to do that. Let's see. Who gives us timber? This guy? Oh, he sends furniture. Well, we could do that. I think it's important to open up all these trade routes too. We'll open up the trade route. That way you win the game. We got all the trade routes and we can... Now this guy is a port. So we'll put a port in for this guy. Not going to fit there. Can it fit over here? Almost. Now this guy might need to be tilted. So the R key... You can also do it with the mouse, but he fits in there. So let's import. Oh, he needs roads. Sorry. We'll put a road in here. Just so we can win. We're already 46 minutes here. And want to at least win this one. So let's get this over here. Just got to touch it. Okay, you touch it. Doesn't have to be elegant. Now you can do it. So we're going to buy furniture. That's going to be expensive. We'll have to watch our expenses. But pretty soon, we're doing okay. Also, another trick here is the Imperial screen. I'm making $2. This is the first mission, so I don't pay much. But I got $40 in the bank that I can use to send Caesar a gift later on if I need the favor. You send a gift and the favor just jumps right up, so you can do that. You can donate the $40 to the city if we should go into debt. I don't do the festivals, really. I don't change the salary. You ask for too much, Caesar will get mad at you anyway. So, we're meeting the game objectives, slow but sure. Now we're going to import some furniture, which might be kind of expensive, but it'll give us the jump. We don't really need to import pottery that much, but the problem with this is there's nothing that we can import to pay for the expense of it. So, but we've got all the trade routes open. We're doing everything we can do. We got this for furniture. Let's see what's going on here. They must be making wine. Let's look. These guys goofing off still? Nope. Nope, they're all working. Because you see here, this is where they're great. They're getting grapes. They can fill it right up and increase the production. But they need grapes. But once these guys get kicking out the grapes, man, they kick out grapes. So, you have plenty of grapes. Some more grapes in here. They'll go and get some more. They're making wine. That guy's drunk, but still he's making wine. See, you got some wine barrels there. So, what'll happen now is you got wine, right? So this guy, we'll find him. We'll hit a click on this button here, and there he is. And you can lock right in right along with him if you want. Watch where he goes. He's going to pick up that wine. Hey, you got wine. He picks it up. There he is. And he's got wine in there. Where's he going? Back to the shop, right? There he goes. Back to the shop. Luxury goods store here. Puts the luxury goods in there. Past they're getting some meat in. You see the meat hanging there? Got some meat. Okay, so there he is. He's got the wine. You can see the barrels in here. He'll have to get maybe another before they actually see it. But you'll see these guys here. This guy's got the word. Oh, they got wine. Dude, I'm coming. Right? There he goes. He's got the wine. Watch where he goes. He's got the wine. And he's gonna get furniture too, because they're gonna come up with some furniture eventually. This guy's putting the wine in the warehouse because we have that wine. So now he doesn't have to go all the way to the wine factories. He can take the wine from the warehouse. So that's efficient. That's efficiency. So it's December. At the end of the year, Caesar takes his cut. He takes $200, and you always have to have $200 in the bank at the end of the year. You can go into deficit spending, but by the end of the year, you gotta give Caesar his cut, or your favor will tank. And if you don't have favor and it gets below 20, he sends his armies to remove you from power. But we're okay. We got 34 favor. We need 40, I think, right? 40. So we got to keep going with the favor. 23 prosperity already. And when those middle class houses bump up, we'll have prosperity. And then we'll be able to put in some cultural proponents and we'll win the game. Yeah, population's no problem. Just favor. That's the challenge. It's the highest stat. And we just got to keep feeding them grain, and we got plenty of grain, so there's no problem there. I think we have everything to win. These guys bumped up. We'll see what happens when this guy bumps up, because they're going to bump up again, because I'm importing. I haven't gotten anything from this guy yet. He's got to show up, but I am importing furniture, and I got plenty of money to do it. $3,000 is pretty good. I know how to play the game. It took me many years to figure this out. It used to take me weeks to go through a city like this, but now I can do it in a matter of an hour. This is, of course, one of the easier ones. And this is how it's done. Look at that nice city. And now it's nighttime. Look at the moon. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, they really did. They did what they could do with the minimal computer knowledge they had. But they did it up. Look, then we always got more than you need. You got farmland down here we could have used, but we don't need it. We're good. We're good to go. Look at the farm animals here. They take the meat in and they butcher the poor cows. These are just heifers. They're growing up. I grew up in dairy country up in northern New York. It's a new year, January. We got plenty of money, so the imports and exports are doing well. I think we're about ready to win. All we need to do is get these to go up another notch here. They need luxury goods, but they're getting them because this ship is going to come in here and bring in furniture, and it'll make those guys pump up. We probably already got the guys we need. Watch. Let's go to labor. See, now we got 56 unemployed. We got 303 unemployed. Excellent. Now we can put in some culture. So let's get an odium. This is a little place where they recite poems. Put that in. I'll make them happy. And what you'll see is they'll all come in. Watch. I love doing this bit. Watch, they'll come in. See? I'll watch them all come in. Hey, welcome. They're all coming from the houses to enjoy their entertainment. There they are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, come in. All right, that's everybody. Now you got these overlays. You can go up here to entertainment, right? Odium, see how everybody but this poor sucker gets an odium. And that's going to help your culture, watch. Is it going to win? Oops, I'm sorry, we got to go here. 14 of 15, look at that. One more. Damn, we got prosperity though, right? That's there, 33 favor. One more culture. Is it rising? No, it's not rising. We need one more thing. We got plenty of guys for it. Go back to normal here and get a school. Oh, they won't give you a school? All right, well, we'll do a theater then. We got room for a theater somewhere. Yeah, I don't know about there. We're gonna have a theater. I guess we can do it here. This will work. Don't like diagonal roads. I always take them out. They waste space. Total waste of space. So, theater. Okay, we got a theater. Now we need... Can hook this up here. Oh, no, we can't. Well... I don't know if that needs... I think the immigrants can walk that. I don't think it's blocked. But we can't just have a theater because we got to have one of these guys. Now watch what happens here. I don't know. Can he do that? See, if it doesn't light up, it's not connected. And if I put it here, I'm not sure it could get to the theater. It doesn't matter, though. You can put this guy anywhere. You can go here. Ship it. Now watch. See this guy? Again, you can do this. Dig that crazy emperor. There he goes. There's our thespian. Our actor. He goes in here. There he is. He's very haughty. He goes in. He starts doing his performance. And what's going to happen? I win. Well, that's the first mission. Success has been attained. Clerk James Antonius, congratulations, Governor. You have proven a worthy steward of Rome's newest lands. This is truly an auspicious beginning to your career. And then we can go on to the next mission. But first, let's take a nice look at watching these people come in. Pretty soon, the people will start coming in. They'll all arrive and come in. They probably won't come in from the ocean. There they go. Hey, welcome, welcome. They're going to love this. And this is all the stats I needed to win. And we're in over just an hour. That's good. There we go. And we got all that we needed. We got the wine. We got the pottery. Here comes the people. They'll be very happy. And to show you what I mean, here's a nice little city on the island here of Sicilia. And we got our trade routes going and everything. Let's look at our stats one last time to see. 15 culture, we got it. 50 security, we got 10. 25 prosperity, nailed it. 43 favor from getting that last grain shipment. Population, we win. So that's it. That's the first playthrough. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you on the next mission. This is Jamie Mandolare, your friend and mine, signing off, and I'll be back at you with the next mission. Thanks. Victory. Very nice. Took me 2 months and 2 years. Used to take me days to finish these missions, but now I know how to do it. Played for many years. Really enjoy this game. It's probably my favorite game of all time. Played it for years, and I'm still not tired of playing it because I just love it. The animation. People have made fun of me online when I've made comments on other people's videos about how much I love this game, but I love it. Well, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it turned out okay. Take care.